Hi, welcome back to Connections with Danielle. We are at the week of 4th of July, so I know a lot of people are getting ready to go out and celebrate with their friends and family. Just please stay safe. I am going to turn it over to Franklin in just a minute to let him give you some fireworks safety tips. But so this week's theme, obviously, 4th of July, fireworks, all the fun. And we're talking about our favorite 4th of July memory. For some reason, I've had a few disastrous 4th of July's. My dad had to cover me at a professional fireworks display in Heber Springs, Arkansas when I was like 4 or 5 years old, court memory. Fireworks went into the audience. We wanted to watch the fireworks from Table Rock Lake probably 16, 17 years ago. He puts the boat in. He says, Danielle, hold it off. Then the biggest bolt of lightning I've ever seen comes out of the sky. So we have to pull the truck back down, get the boat out, get into all the Branson traffic. But the craziest thing happened. We got to watch the fireworks from the middle of Table Rock Dam. I got out on top of our car, watched the fireworks. It was pretty cool. So turned out great, but it was a little scary on the front end. So remember to share the fun all weekend and have a great 4th of July. Obviously, events are shorter this week, but hope to see you in a couple of weeks. Have a great 4th of July.
Hi, Franklin Tire here, local American Family Insurance agent here in Olathe, Kansas for the last 40 years. Today we're going to talk a little bit about fireworks safety. What can we do to make sure that everything's taken care of, make sure we're doing everything safe, those type of things. So there's a couple of ideas that we always pass around. First of all, make sure that you take time to take care of your pets. Some don't like fireworks, some do. I've seen dogs that will run out and pick up a firework. So make sure that you're taking care of your pets, make sure you're taking care of them so that they're safe. Other things to take into account is make sure you have a safe space in which to do your fireworks. You don't want to be too close to your house. You don't want to have fireworks laying on the roof, that type of thing. You want to make sure that you have a designated person who's shooting them off so everybody else can be safe and watch. Make sure you're putting them on a hard ground surface. Most injuries with fireworks happen because of two things. The person lighting them has something go wrong and they get hurt, or the firework falls over and shoots into the crowd. And that's usually one of the ways that people get hurt. So make sure you take the time, think through things, and as always be as safe as possible. If we can help you in any way, reach out to us.
Aubrielle Deacaville with Social Managed, our services, our websites, SEO, anything digital marketing wise. If you need ads or anything like that, we can help. And Danielle asked my favorite 4th of July memory, and one of them is definitely whenever everyone's doing the big old tubes and you're putting the big bowls in there. What are they called? Do you know?
Nope.
Okay, well, the big boomers. And they tipped over and they were shooting at everybody sitting in lawn chairs. So everyone was just like running and having to hide. And it was mass chaos, but it was so hilarious.
Now, was that caught on camera?
No, it was back before anyone had cell phones with cameras. I was a kid, but it was so much fun.
Everybody has that crazy accident that happened on the 4th of July. Yep.
Yeah, catching hair on fire in church, that's happened. So maybe with fire, it's just not good.
Thank you, Aubrielle.
Thank you.
Hey, Friends with Danielle. How's everyone doing? My name's Matt Fritch. I'm a member of ACA, and I help people protect their home with premium windows and doors with a company called Windura. It's summertime. I can't believe it's 4th of July already. My favorite memory, not many people know this, but I was an assistant licensed shooter for the state of Illinois. I used to live in Illinois, and so my dad and I used to shoot fireworks, put on the full fireman's garb, light our torches, and go baby go. I love 4th of July. It's a great summer event. It was a ton of fun.
Thank you, Matt.
Hi, I'm Mark Winslow with True Shine Commercial Clean. We do commercial office buildings, industrial, car dealerships. Also do Midwest Tile and Stone Medic. We do stone restoration, anything natural stone. And my favorite 4th of July remembrance was watching my kids help set up 4th of July fireworks displays.
And that was at your church?
That was at my former church.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Mark.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Robert, and this is my wife, Susan Brown. And we are here in Shawnee. We have a coffee company called Iripio, that's just Latin for rescue or to snatch. $5 of every bag we sell, we donate to nonprofits that are fighting human trafficking. And my favorite 4th of July memory, well, we volunteered at City Union Mission Camp in the Ozarks for over 20, 30 years. And so one of our favorite memories is being able to be out there at the camp, on the campground in Warsaw, with the campers that are from the inner city and impoverished areas or homeless kids, and love on them and pop fireworks. So Marshall, she was one little girl that decided she had enough, and she had a suitcase that was bigger than she was, and she was walking home. And so I got to stop her and ask her, what's going on? She said, they messing with me, Mr. Rob. And I said, hey, I don't think you can make it. And so it was a cool moment to encourage her. So that's who we are.
Thank you so very much. It was so nice meeting you today.
Very good to meet you.
Tell me who you are and what you do.
I'm Roseanne Newcomer, and I am a nonprofit hustler, specifically for Johnson County Christmas Bureau. I take my whole year and just fundraise and bring awareness to the nonprofit itself. That's pretty much what I do.
So I know you have a couple of events coming up. The first one is
July 23rd, we will be having the Loads of Fun Happiest Hour. And by Loads of Fun, that means it's a detergent drive, laundry detergent drive for the Johnson County Christmas Bureau, as well as bringing awareness to the community as to who we support, why we support, and then of course fundraising and all that jazz that comes along with it.
awesome. You can pretty much guarantee almost all year long that Roseanne is talking about Christmas, wearing her Christmas earrings, making sure that everybody knows about Johnson County Christmas Bureau, because a lot of people do not.
No, it's been around for 65 years. And quite honestly, I personally have been a recipient of Johnson County Christmas Bureau 25 years ago as a single mom. I know that everybody comes into those waves in their lifetime where they just need a little hand up and not necessarily just a hand out. And that's where I have decided in my legacy to have that as something that I focus on, to not bring shame to the organization or being part of the organization, but to actually feel like you can be a neighbor in need and you can also help neighbor in need. So it's really been something my husband and I have wrapped our arms around.
Love that. So give me your favorite 4th of July memory.
So as a kid, I always had 4th of July with my dad and my cousins on my dad's side. My mom and dad were not married anymore, and so it was my mom always shoved us over there and said, hey, go to your dad's for 4th of July, because she didn't like firecrackers. So I remember one season where I had somebody say, here's a smoke bomb, and just throw it out. We're going to light it and you're going to throw it out. That thing blew up in my fingers. Now, I don't know if that's a favorite one, but it did remind me, safety first, and allow somebody else to hold the smoke bomb. So
You know, I said it just a minute ago. I said we're going to have Franklin talking about fireworks safety. But also, it just seems like we all have those memories of where things go wrong on 4th of July.
But it was always good to be around cousins and family, so that's the best part of it, right?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Roseanne.
Thanks for having me, Danielle.